Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about Justice League issue number 52. That's right, the final issue. And this book ties in heavily to Action Comics, and this book is about Lex Luthor donning the new S-Shield and getting that cape, if you were wondering where he got the cape from. So this book is written by Dan Jurgens, and it's also done by Tom Grummett, which is the artwork. The thing that really stood out in this book, though, for me, besides the artwork, were the colors. The colors are really good. They're really bright, bold. I just love the facial expressions in this book. Just everything really stood out for me. And I loved how we did get to see some of the Justice League, even now it was only for like one panel. This was mainly a focus of really just Lex in this particular book. I felt like they just threw in the Justice League in here just to call it the Justice League book, you know. But nevertheless, this was mainly a Lex Luthor story. But again, the artwork was really well done. The colors really popped in this book, and it was good to see what action they did have in here. And it was really cool to look at. So, what did I think of the overall story? So, first things first is the book opens up, and yes, you see the shield, and it is the cape. And Lex Luthor is looking at this cape, and he wants it. He wants it pretty bad. And Perry White's like, Superman gave it to us. He's like, he was considered like a son to me, and he doesn't have any family left. And I thought it was a really cool moment there that Perry, how he was talking to Lex here. And Lex, knowing him, he'll do anything in his power to get that cape. And you know he gets that cape because you already read Action Comics. In fact, you read 2 issues of it already. And so at this point in time, you wind up seeing the Justice League come to Lex, and he gets word that Superman has died, and he wasn't sure, of course, on how he died. And he gets that explanation from Diana. And so throughout this issue, you wind up getting to see this narration by Lex Luthor. He gets this mother box from Apocalypse. It gives him these extra powers. He can see things or witness things that go on in in the city. He can find out what crimes are going on, and you get to see him stop a crime that is happening. He saves a lady, and we find out that his sister obviously is still in a coma, and you wind up seeing that in the issue. And even with all his powers, he can't wake her up. And I thought it was just like almost like that slap in the face, you know. And he could have been the ruler of worlds. He could have been the ruler of Apocalypse, but he knows that in all his heart that his sister would never approve of that. And by the time you get to the very end of this issue, you see in the Daily Planet that Lex Luthor buys the Daily Planet, and he is now in control of the Daily Planet. And Perry White sits there and says, "All right, boss, you know, I have no control, but here's the cape." And there you go. Lex Luthor dons the cape, and he is now what you see. As of now, he is the next Superman. And now we've already read Action Comics, and then we've already read the next issue of Action Comics as well. But this is a great little tie-in story to tell you, obviously, how Lex Luthor got that cape and what he had to go through to get it. I liked it. I thought it was a great book. It was just a kind of like that conclusion to not necessarily the Justice League, but it tied everything together on Lex Luthor taking the next chapter in his life. And I really enjoyed it. The artwork was good. I liked his narration. The only thing I would have liked to have seen is a little bit more Justice League in this book. because yes, this is the Justice League title, and I just felt like they were forced in there. That was the one thing that bugged me there. And I thought the funny thing is too is that these bad guys took shots at Lex Luthor when he was, when they were like committing this crime, they were shooting machine guns at him. Why not take the headshot on the guy? I mean, it's all right there in the chest, right? Oh well, it's just a nitpick. But again, Justice League book, would have loved to seen more of the Justice League in here. That's really my only gripe. The only the story was mainly a Lex Luthor story. You could have written Lex Luthor on there, and it would have been good. So, nevertheless, it was a good read. I gotta give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Just ties everything together. So, guys, tell me in those comments below what you thought of Justice League issue number 52. Did you like the Lex Luthor story? Did you want to see more Justice League to conclude this series? And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. And until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider signing off. Take care, fans. Bye.